Hello everyone, myself Avinash Jadhav. I teach mathematics in Sant Tukaram National Model School, Latur. In today's class, I will explain the chapter rational number. First, I will introduce this, the definition of rational numbers. Dear students, you already studied about natural numbers. Once you check the natural numbers means the counting numbers are known as natural numbers. 1, 2, 3, those numbers are counting up to infinity. So there are infinitely many natural numbers. If you will add 0 in natural numbers, we will get whole numbers. So the definition of whole number is all natural numbers including 0 are known as whole numbers. Then the next numbers are integers. All natural numbers and opposite of natural numbers means negative of natural numbers including 0 are called as integers. So the definition of integers will come the set of numbers including all natural numbers and their negatives and 0. So numbers will get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on up to infinity, as well as -1, -2, -3 and so on up to infinity. And the next number is fraction. We already know or we studied about fraction also. Fraction represent equal part of whole. Means a number which is in the form of p by q, where q should not equal to 0, means denominator should not equal to 0, and p is any whole number and q must be natural number only. Q must be natural number only. Now just check this example. Equation. You already studied how to solve this equation also. For example, 2x minus 9 is equal to 0 we will get. Then minus 9 is here. Here is minus 9. As here is minus 9, we have to shift towards RHS. So we have to do the addition. So 2x is equal to 9 we will get. So x is equal to 9 by 2. And 9 by 2 if you will check, 9 by 2 is obviously fraction. It is fraction. It is called as improper fraction. While same example, if you will check, 2x plus 9 is equal to 0. Now plus 9 will become minus 9 on RHS and x is equal to minus 9 by 2. Now this is, once you check, minus 9 by 2 is not fraction. It is not a fraction. Obviously, why? It is not fraction. In fraction, we know that negative number may not come, because fraction is nothing but a part of whole. So that it is not fraction. Then what type of these numbers? What type of these numbers are? So these numbers are nothing but rational numbers. So the definition of rational number is any number which can be expressed in the form of p by q, and q should not equal to 0, one condition. Q should not equal to 0. Another condition, p and q must be integers only. P and q must be integers. Some examples are there also. 3 by 4. 3 by 4 which is in the form of p by q, and q should not equal to 0 means 4 is not equal to 0, and 3 and 4 both are obviously integers. So this is the rational number. As there are infinitely many integers, there are infinitely many rational numbers also. There are infinitely many rational numbers also. Now if you will check this, rational numbers are numbers that can be expressed as a ratio of two numbers also, as p upon q, means p is to q also we can write in the form of ratio. If the rational number represents p by q, then q must be non-zero, means q should not equal to 0, and if q will become 0, at that time the value of p by q will become infinity or not defined. So denominator can be 1. Denominator can be 1, as 1 is not equal to 0 and 1 is also integer. So the denominator can be 1. So every integer is also a rational number. Every integer is also a rational number. As we know, every natural numbers are whole numbers. Every whole numbers are integers. Similarly, every integers are rational numbers. Every integers are rational numbers, but we cannot say every integers are fractions. No, because in integers negative numbers will come, and those negative numbers are not fractions. So that we can say every integers are rational numbers. Similarly, every fractions, yes, obviously, every fractions are also rational numbers. Now, how to identify the given number is rational or not? First condition, it is in the form of P by Q. It is in the form of P by Q, numerator upon denominator. But what is the condition? Denominator Q should not equal to 0. Q should not equal to 0. And the ratio P by Q can be further simplified. And we can represent in the decimal form also. That P by Q we can convert it in decimal form. But what type of decimal form? Either recurring or terminating decimals. That part you will learn in next year. Okay. Now the set of rational numbers are which sets? Positive, negative, and zero also. Can be expressed as fraction also. Okay. And another condition is also important. P as well as Q both should be integers only. We cannot take P as a decimal number 2.3 upon 4. No. P must be integer. Q must be integer as well as Q should not equal to 0 means non-zero integer we can say. Q must be non-zero integers. Now some examples we may check. P suppose 10, here is P 10, Q 2. What is the P upon Q? 10 by 2. And 10 by 2, 2 5 are 10, 5. And it is always rational. Now if we check 1 upon 1000, 1 by 1000 is also rational number as it is in the form of P by Q, where Q is not equal to 0 and P and Q both are integers. Then if you will check 50 by 10, yes, 50 by 10, 5. 7 by 0, no, it is not rational number 7 by 0 because denominator is coming 0. What we want? Denominator should not equal to 0. So the definition of rational number is a number which can be expressed in the form of P by Q, where denominator Q should not equal to 0 and numerator and denominator both should be integers only. Okay. So remaining part I will explain in next video. Thank you, students.